Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sparrowcus and welcome back to the other worlds here in Monarch. Apparently we're a bit hungry again, so how about some pasta? Wait, that wasn't it. Hello? Spread first? Spread first does it. So let's get into the main building here. Did I just buy some? Son of a bitch, I bought something. No! I pressed E twice. Son of a...
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Wait. All selfie reviews. Okay, nice.
Here to do business with Sanjar.
Of course.
Do business with Sanjar.
MSI keeps the fishery running.
Your report looks excellent. The numbers are front and center, and your highlight recent production gains nicely. One small adjustment: could you increase the page margins by 17.3%? I want them to match the formatting of our other reports for maximum readability. Nice.
Here to do business with Sanjar?
Why is Pippleberry Crunch just sitting here on the table? Alright, let's see how it is. Productivity has continued to improve since relaxing MSI old restrictions and making allowances for employees' benefits such as time off for illness and personal leave. 24.9% reductions of shift length and 52.3% more positive feedback. Fishery output is 15.2% this year, showing a continuing but slowing growth trend. Decreased gains compared to previous years are likely due to the deterioration of materials and morale, occasional shortfalls in our supplies, and the gradual loss of personnel to marauders, 7.2%, hostile wildlife, 10.3%, and iconoclast recruitment, 17.4%. Reconciliation with the border remains a long-term goal, but the immediate concern is defending the city from hostile elements. Repairing damage to the city walls consumes approximately 32.8% of our annual budget. The best solution would be an influx of skilled defenders and weaponry, but given the aforementioned factors and their effects on the local population, such solution remains unlikely. Our profit margins are stellar! Okay, thank you very much.
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect. Life is fated and unstoppable.
Gotta hand it to you, Max. You make my old med school lectures seem interesting.
Amazing! Hey, Celia.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon.
Oh,
What
great.
can I do for you today?
Well, I'm just looking around.
Oh, in that case, welcome to MSI headquarters. Mr. Nandi runs things for Stellar Bay from here. Apart from that, we've got a bar, a diner, and a really great animal parts vendor.
Somebody has a crush on someone, huh? Well, I'm clearly in the wrong line of work.
I don't know about that. I really just buy from Sebastian. Raptidon acid, canid teeth, whatever he has.
He should give you free packs at least.
Oh, I don't mind. I usually buy things one at a time. Gives me more chances to talk to him. He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff, and some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Just ask him.
I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Wait. What are you seeing, Sebastian?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Kind of like you, actually. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
Never skip like this.
You have standards, I guess.
I know what I'm looking for.
There are other fish in the sea, Celia.
Not in Stellar Bay. Everyone else who isn't taken either smells like salt tuna or they're my boss. Besides, a man with a good smile and a proportionate upper to lower body ratio isn't something to pass up.
You really want to be with someone you can't talk to, really?
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny. Sorry,
So, Vicky. Can I call you Vicky?
Absolutely fucking not.
For a vicar, you sure curse an awful fucking lot.
Look who's talking.
I'm not a fucking priest.
And thank the architect for that.
Thank the fucking architect for that. Alright, Sebastian McFucking
You
Adams.
look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh.
So, about Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
Well, what do you consider going with it down? We're Brandt. She likes you.
Nice of you to say. I like her too.
Now, I mean, it's like, really.
And I gotta admire anyone with her passion for canid hides. But you don't have to butter me up.
Now I see what Celia was talking about. This guy almost reminds me of Irion.
Who?
An old acquaintance from the Groundbreaker. Real piece of work.
That's mighty kind of you to say.
But we were talking about what a lucky gal Celia is.
Anyone who can afford such a fine collection of mantisaur claws has it pretty good.
You idiot. Because you're such an idiot, too. I'm trying to tell you she wants to date you.
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm? Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
She doesn't want to discount you, fool.
Nuh-uh. A lot of people think I'm not too bright, but you're not fooling me. I know she can't get these goods anywhere else.
She doesn't need to buy the stuff. She just wants to talk to you.
Come on, that's crazy. No one would do that.
Okay, wait a minute. You're way too far away for that. Fine.
You look like a man. But if
Here.
I guess I could afford to take a risk. Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
There you go. Shut up.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
Yeah, he's going on a date with you.
Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, Yay, a date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this, or was it more? Sure, I don't have anything else going on.
He likes Cecilia, but just don't ask him for any discounts.
Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you. Thanks again for...
Okay, so Grim asked me about that Tuspel poster.
You know, sending
Anything
you is
about
the
that?
first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Okay, thank you very much. Sanjar!
New business turns up at last.
Of course.
Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
Hello. Well, I guess I'll wait until you're done with your meeting then.
And a sense of humor, too. Did you hear that, Celia?
I heard it, sir.
But I'm sure you didn't come here to trade witticisms. No, you're here for business.
I am? Yeah, well, I'm looking for an information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
I love it. But, well, we're too much, like, I would love to take this one, but we are food addicted, so we'd like to eat food anyway, so it could always be both.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
If you're free of the other corporations... No, wait, what are you trying to accomplish here?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
And you're tired of scrounging and scraping by.
Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
What?
Yes,
Yeah, you
it's
had
as though
him.
the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
You make a good point. Yes, all for the corporations.
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Ingenious plan? Don't get me wrong, I'm starting to admire your sand, but I bet you could overcomplicate a sisty sandwich.
What a charmingly roguish turn of phrase. Allow me to express my thanks at your competence and assure you that my plan is indeed sufficiently complicated.
And if our
Amazing.
advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
So, This lady knows what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any
Yay
other
for Celia.
company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Okay, I like how he's so enthusiastic. Alright, so... How long did it take you to figure out that you need to defend your city?
Not long, but the devil is always in the details. And the salient detail here is a Bolt 52 cartridge.
Oh
You can get us what we
my.
need to rejoin the board. Starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
This Bolt 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Never realized fighting the bureaucracy could be this interesting.
It is quite the rush.
Ordnance or ordnance? Alright, once you have that bolt thingy, what's the other part of your plan?
I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
Why not?
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Of course it is. Why are you saying it that way?
Saying what, which way?
Arms. Instead of arms.
That's just what it's called. It's supposed to stand for something, but I forget what.
Alright.
Good enough. I know when to settle. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
So, I have a question about the good old MSI days.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
So how did you get kicked off the board, eh?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
You're getting ahead of yourself again, buddy.
You see what I have to deal with?
For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2, but back then it was known as Terra 1.
One, two, what? Huh?
Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MSI, huh?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
Reforms are for quitters, Sanjar.
Nonsense! They're good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
Okay, Who is this us and we you keep talking about?
Oh, well, there were surely other junior executives with more open minds, though none of them had the temperament to handle the paperwork.
Who are you talking about, buddy?
But I was keeping my tone flat and maintaining eye contact. You weren't supposed to notice I was avoiding the subject.
This is why you've never been good with presentations, sir.
Very well. Many, many years ago, Graham Bryant and I used to be collaborators of sorts.
Who?
Graham Bryant. He leads a group of extremists out in Amber Heights.
Oh, that guy.
But he used to be as much a part of the corporate machinery as any of us. Much as he likes to forget it.
So he helped you to make your case to the senior execs, huh?
Indeed. For all the good it did. MSI's then leadership wasn't enthusiastic. They insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
I guess he missed the transport.
Many of us chose to stay behind. And as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI.
Must have pissed off some real big suits to get stuck with that.
On the contrary, I wrote lots of very important reports on behalf of top MSI officials before I was able to achieve this position. I moved forward with our planned reforms as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
What? Lolly savages? You should have known you couldn't depose them.
But we weren't trying to.
But you did,
Everything we did was
nonetheless.
legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
So you used to work with Graham, huh?
As far as I'm concerned, the less said about Graham, the better. Graham seemed like a reasonable man years ago. We both agreed that MSI's treatment of its workers was untenable. I thought reforms would be enough. I didn't realize you wanted to abolish the corporate system entirely.
What? That's crazy. What was their hazardous clause?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
A necessary evil for the greater good of society.
Yes, of course.
That's exactly how the board describes it.
Now, you sound skeptical. But it sounds like a sensible restriction, actually.
I'm all for reasonable regulations, but the board hasn't demonstrated the kind of peril that justifies cordoning off an entire planet. Much as I hate to say it, the board's leadership can be incredibly short-sighted at times.
What? This can't be true.
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
If you can't beat him, might as well join him and reach into their pockets.
To be on
Exactly.
the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
Oh. I can't fault your practicality. That's exactly what we're doing, so...
Indeed. We've got to consider realities, not ideals. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage?
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
I'm at Grim.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
Well, he's a world-class moron, but so are we, so he did a bang-up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I guess nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so we're done in here, I think. Hey, Grim Boy.
Have you had time to check on that post?
I did. You know, you're a little too persistent about this.
Sorry, I just get so excited, and I always feel like I miss every...
What's up with the poster again? We talked to her, I forget already. Something, I don't know. I thought we would go outside now, but the thing is, I forgot that there was this shaft here to the ruins of Stellar Base South. So let's just have a look in here. Let's see what we can find. If there are enemies that are too strong for us or not. Probably, but you know, let's find out. Shall we? Where are we? Where the fuck are we now? Oh. Completely different way than... Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Fiction. Bold with his name. Okay. Search the house. Yeah, the murder. I forgot about the murder. That one's all the way over there. Oh boy. And he's all the way over there. Okay. But no, this is the right place. Yeah, it is. Terra 1.
Reminds me of the crew cabin on one of my first ships.
The trick is not to breathe through your nose.
It's so nice. Oh, I wanted to put the one thing on the other side and so on. It's really good.
Here we go!
I've had quite enough of you!
Everyone all right?
Everyone's alright. We're a bit acidy right now, but okay. That happens. Reptilophobia. No, we're not afraid of little raptidons. Screw that. We're brunt, okay? So no. We don't care about little animals. They're doing us a little bit of harm. Okay. Well, as long as we don't have to fight any mantiqueens, apparently we're doing fine. Marauders. Marauders? Marauders.
Sometimes violence is the only way.
That works out. Is there something over here? No. Perfect, man. Nicely done. I guess you're not supposed to get in there. Oh, shit.
Stay practicing then. Anyone out?
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
Perfect. Alright, I'm getting a real hand of this here. How to defeat some of these animals and enemies around. Just, you know, unless of course it's a mantiqueen. These are still a bit of you know, little bitches, but we might get to it eventually. Eventually. All right. There's nothing over here. Let's go back into town then. Any enemies, animals, or whatnot? Not that I can see. Fallbrook, Amberheads, and Stiller Bay. Oh wow.
Here we go.
Nice one. I got him.
I'll take your
Just
confession
like
now.
that.
Don't mess with us.
Good shit, people. Good shit. What the fuck is this, though? Random crap lying around. It's the best crap I like to see. I'd like to open this one up, but we can't. No, we can't. It's too high. 35 is too much. Maybe it's not that too much, but we're gonna level up soon, so if I don't forget about this, we can get in there later. No, you don't look so good, buddy. Shut up, buddy. Shut up, Vicky. I like the name Vicky. It's... But that's 5 shots, and that's only 1 shot. DPS is 200. DPS, yeah. The DPS in this one is not, but that one has a. All right, you know what? We're gonna keep you. We're gonna keep you on hand. Maybe we can use you a couple of times more, but. But I kind of like this pistol that we have right now, or the rifle. Plasma rifle. Although it would make sense to go for, you know, grenade launcher, a plasma grenade launcher that's also burning people. That'd be nice. Why not? Nice. OSI. Pick up a nice hat. I love it. That doesn't really fit in that, but even though I might regret it, let's go with a nice hat here. What does it even do? Leadership skills, yeah. It's no use for him. Okay. I knew it! Okay. Yeah, that looks nice. Don't! You son of a bitch. It's gotta be a joke, isn't it? God damn it. Alright, I guess we'll have to do all of that again. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, we need what? Which quest was it again? The one with the house.
Reminds me of the crew cabin on one of my first ships.
The trick is not to breathe through your nose.
My kind of
I've had quite enough of you!
Oh, he was already dead, damn it.
Ellie's hurt!
Ellie's hurt? You don't say, for fuck's sake.
That's the last of them.
Wait, doesn't she have the perk that gives her 25% when wounded? That didn't happen, did it? I don't think it did. Okay, what happens if we get over here? Now we shouldn't do this too often because we only have an autosave. Ellie? No, Ellie's gone. Okay. All right. So I went out and got now Mr. Sam here as reinforcements. And also I noticed that we're already quite far into the episode. So, but I would like to, just test out. Or just kill him already.
I smite you in the name of the law.
So Sam also has a close melee attack.
Everyone all right?
And Sam is also dead too. Damn it. We can take whatever we want, it doesn't matter. Shit, Sam is dead too. That's not cool. I thought maybe we could repair Sam, because Sam is just a robot. Why could you not repair him? But Sam is dead too. Son of a bitch.
If you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're...
Yeah,